1 is uno, 2, dos, 3, tres.
I still say it's trees.
It's not trees, promise. 4 is cuatro, 5, cinco, 6, sies, 7, siete, 8, ocho, 9, nueve, 10, diez.
I want to try.
Okay. I'll start from 11. 11,
Once,
12,
doce,
13,
trece,
14,
catorce,
15,
quince,
16,
dieciséis,
17,
diecisiete,
and 18,
dieciocho,
19,
diecinueve,
20!
20.
So I'm actually rather impressed you know how to do 11 through 20, but not 1 through 10 in Spanish. Interesting. So anyway, I guess I will continue the teaching. So start with 21.
21,
Veinte uno,
22,
veinte dos,
23,
veinte tres,
24,
veinte cuatro,
25,
veinte cinco,
26,
veinte seis,
27,
veinte siete,
28,
veinte ocho,
29,
veinte nueve,
30.
uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So now that we've taught you numbers, there's actually a reason you have to use them. I mean, a generic question that you ask somebody daily is, what time is it? Okay, so this is how you say, what time is it? It's K, hora, S. Okay, K, hora, S. So there's a few ways we can answer this. It depends on where it's at. So when we just taught you numbers today, you're probably wondering, well, I only know how to go to 30, so how am I going to say 2:45? We'll get to that. But we're going to start with the basics. When you answer the question, K, hora, S, you start with the normal phrase, son las. Do you want to give them an example?
Son las 2:20.
Now what she did there was she used the beginning phrase, son las. When you use the beginning phrase, son las, that means it's above 1 o'clock. Here we see it's 2:20. So with that, she said, son las 2:20. And when you say that, you say son las, the hour, y, and then the minutes. But that's only if it's under 30, and you only use son las when it's above 1. If it's 1 o'clock, you say es la instead of son las.
The reason that you say es la instead of son las is because 1 is singular. Every other number is plural, and es la is the singular verb. Truth.
And also, when you say time, you don't say uno, but you say una. That's very important. So now, once again, you're probably wondering, I don't know how to say above 30, so how am I going to say son las dos, anything above 30? Well, it actually is quite simple once you get the hang of it. You once again start with either es la or son las, depending on the hour. And then, what you do is say it were 2:50, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, say it were 2:50, then you would use the hour before that, which would be tres. So you start with that, it would be son las, tres, and then menos, which obviously means minus, menos diez, because it's minus 10 minutes. So it's basically like you're saying 3 minus 10, which equals 2:50. Now, we'll have about 5 more examples to help you understand this, because it's probably really confusing right now. But it's going to be okay.
The example here says it is 10:35. Now, in order to say this, you would need to say that it is 11 minus 25. Do you remember why? It's because you only go up to 30 when you're counting in time. The rest you go backwards. So, to say this in Spanish, you would say son las 11 menos 25.
Alright, and now we're going to do another example. Okay, on this clock you see that it is 1:10. So, once again, you're probably going to get used to saying son las, but this is singular. So we don't say son las, we say es la, uno, y diez. So So now we're going to teach you about the months of the year. Yay! Alright, so as you can see, a lot of these are similar to the English version, but there's some that are not, and there's some where you think you're going to pronounce them one way, but they're really pronounced another way. So me and Catalina are going to go back and forth. I'm going in Spanish and English. So, how do you say January?
Enero,
February,
febrero,
March,
marzo,
April.
abril,
So, how about May?
mayo,
And then June.
junio. So tell us, Lydia, how do you say July?
Junio, Julio,
How about August,
Augusto,
September,
Septiembre,
October?
Octubre,
How about November?
Noviembre,
Last but not least, December.
Diciembre.
Now, to ask like what the date is, you would say, ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy? Which means, what is the date?
You want to repeat that? I'm a slow one over here.
¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy?
Neato. All right, I know how to answer it though. So, you're with SL. It's kind of like time, how we say son las, except it's with date. So it's SL, and then you say the day, which will be like the numbers, which we just went over. So say it was May 5th. You'd say SL, cinco, and then you put day, and then you'd put mayo. So SL, Cinco de Mayo.
Now let's give some examples of that. I'm going to start with my birthday. So my birthday is January 7th. If I wanted to say that, I would say SL 7 de enero.
True. All right, and then for my birthday, it gets a little confusing. We did only teach you 1 through 30, but there's those months that has 31, and that happens to be my birthday. Mine is October 31st.
Or Halloween.
But, yeah. So with that, we just say 31. Okay. With that, it would be SL 31 de Octubre.
Now, another way that we can help you remember is to use a very famous holiday, Christmas. Now, we all know Christmas is the 25th of December, well, Christmas Eve. Christmas Day is the 26th. We're just going to go with Christmas Eve. It's easier in my head. So now, to say it would be Christmas Eve, you need to say it is the 25th of December. So you'd say SL 25 de diciembre.
Okay, so then another famous date is July the 4th, America. Although it's ironic because Mexico, yeah. All right. So anyway, we're from America. You got us. All right. So July 4th, it would be Cuatro de Julio.
Alrighty, and for our last example, I'm going to use the day of love, or Valentine's Day, which is February 14th. That would be SL 14 de febrero.
And that's how you say the date.